I think the conversation in their bedroom is so interesting because of
Mhm.
how we know that Hen is really good at compartmentalizing, and that's what Karen sees
Mhm.
actually because she makes a comment about like, "Oh, I don't know how to do what you do, Hen." Meanwhile, Hen is so worried
Yeah.
and so I mean, and the anger just develops throughout the episode, but like it's Karen is so out of reach for her that and in both ways, like Karen can't see how it's affecting her because she thinks that it was like losing like having a family was just an idea to her. Meanwhile, like
Mhm.
the embryos were a part of her. Like it like definitely like a major disconnect between the two.
Yeah. I thought that whole scene was so interesting because it's so telling of Hen and Karen because they're so not where they usually are, but
Mhm.
also sorry, I'm going to parallel it to 817 with Buck and Eddie, right?
Mhm.
Because still like you just said, Karen is so unreachable and here Karen is like grieving and thinking that Hen is fine. And that is
Mhm.
very similar to kind of what we see in that kitchen where Buck is, I'm sorry that Bobby's like, sorry that I'm sorry, sad that Bobby's
That
dead.
is
And like,
that. Mhm.
he's going through this grief and it doesn't really feel or
Mhm.
seem to him that anybody else is feeling it as deeply as he is.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, Eddie is also grieving, but Buck is so unreachable for him. So that's also another Eddie and Hen parallel, I think,
Yeah.
too. But just the way that like both of these scenes kind of set up this like this expectation of one of them who is grieving doesn't think the other one is grieving as hard as they are, but are also still like so unreachable for the other one who is grieving. And it's just like these passing ships, like they're just not on the same page.
Mhm.
So I think that's like really interesting to look at both of those together because Karen says like, I'm sorry, my grief is taking so long.
Yeah.
And she thinks Hen is doing fine. Hen is not doing fine, but Hen is kind of a little more worried about the state of her family right now, as opposed to a prospective future family. Right. So
Yeah.
I think they're grieving in different ways a little bit. Like Karen is so in the what could be or what could
Mhm.
have been. And Hen is like, well,
We're
my
also here. We're here right now.